Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hanging Out with Heather. It is Monday, November 28th. I can't believe Thanksgiving is already over. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We have a great show today. I have here with me Kimberley Petrosino. She is a health coach, wellness author, and a motivational speaker. So I want to welcome Kimberley onto the show.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm glad to have you. We have so much to talk about, so I want to start with the first book you wrote, The Small Change Solution, a 52-step guide to getting the naturally healthy lifestyle you want. So tell us what inspired the book and how that began.
The funny thing about this book is that I didn't really realize that I was doing anything until I was sort of at the end of it. Not the end of it because it's a journey, but I was about 40 pounds lighter and I was thinking clearer. My skin had cleared up so much and I just had such a better outlook on life. And I never once said, I'm going to go on this diet or this diet. I was never really like a fad diet type person. So it was one day about maybe 5 years ago. It was like the middle of January. It was super cold outside. It was nighttime. It was dark. And I just was realizing lately that I was feeling really depressed and heavy and just really not good about myself. And this came at a time when I should have been feeling great because I was living on my own for the first time and I had everything pretty much going my way. So I decided I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to take control of my own health. I'm going to do something good for myself and I'm going to go for a run. I was pretty overweight at the time and I didn't even know I owned sneakers at that point. Like I hadn't run since high school gym class. So I put on my sneakers, I went outside, and I barely made it to the end of the block. So at that point, I was devastated. I was like, I'm never going to lose weight. I'm never going to feel better about myself. You know, I have to do something. So that's when I decided instead of trying to run a mile after not having run for 7, 8 years, I'm going to take it slow. You know, I started running 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and increasing very slowly. And then I started making small changes in my diet, and one change inspired another, and another. And before long, I had completely transformed my health and my life. And then I realized, you know, maybe there's something here that I can use to help other people. And that's really how the book was born.
Now, I just have a question because you just made me think about that. Obviously, people put so much pressure on themselves for New Year's, which is coming up, and they set a huge goal. So that's a big mistake, obviously, right? It has to be small changes.
Yeah.
And I would assume setting small goals for yourself instead of I'm losing 50 pounds this year.
The key is making action steps to get to that goal. You can't just say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Well, how are you going to lose 50 pounds? I love New Year's resolutions. I think they're so fun. I'm more a fan of like every Monday resolutions, which we'll talk about. But like I love goal setting. The key though is breaking that big goal down into smaller steps. So you're going to lose 50 pounds. How are you going to do it? Maybe you're going to go to spin class twice a week. Okay, write it down in your calendar. Join a gym. It's those action steps that get you to that point. Like you can want to lose 50 pounds, sure, but why? Why are you losing 50 pounds? How are you going to get to losing 50 pounds? It's those things that people overlook. It's the action steps that you need to take to really get to that point.
Right. And I think a lot of people make that mistake where they think it's going to happen overnight.
Yeah, exactly. And if they don't see instant results, then they get discouraged. But if you take the small steps and you're really in tune with your body and how the process is going, you'll see those changes. And once you start seeing them, they'll really start motivating more changes.
Yes, definitely. So, like you mentioned, you're not into fad diet. So why is the small change approach better than a fad diet? There's so many, the Atkins, the different meal.
The thing about those diets, and they certainly work for some people, but they're very one size fits all. It's not like, well, you have this body type and you have this sort of lifestyle, so make these adjustments. The thing with the small change solution is you can sort of look at your life as a whole and see what areas you're lacking in. For some people, like I work with some people who want to make changes to their diet. I work with some people who get their exercise by walking around the block once in a while. I also work with people who are half marathon runners. So everybody's at a different stage, and a lot of diets don't take that into account. They're just like, here's your meal plan, here's your shopping list, enjoy. But the thing about the small change solution is that you can start from wherever you're at and go in whichever direction you feel like you need to go in with your life and your journey, and just take the next steps that you need to take for you.
That's right. And what event inspired you to write this book?
It was really that night that I was trying to go for a run and I couldn't do it. I think that's always the night I look back on, as I could have either, thrown my sneakers away that night and said, forget it, like this is not for me. And if I had done that, then nothing in my life would be where it is now. I wouldn't have this book or my second book, and I wouldn't be sitting here with you today. I wouldn't have, this platform to share my message. And oh my gosh, I don't even like thinking about how it could have been if I had given up that night. So that really inspired
I
me to
always
write
tell
this book.
everybody, never give up, never give
Never.
up. So you mentioned some of the changes that have occurred about losing weight, your skin changing, but what are some other results of your small change solution for yourself that have happened?
My whole outlook just on everything in life. And it's not about the weight loss. I mean, I always like to tell people, don't focus on weight loss. You're focusing on your health as a whole, because you can go ahead and lose weight, but then if you do it the wrong way, you could be inspiring even more health problems. It's all about having a well-rounded, healthy, happy lifestyle. And I think that's really, I've been able to be at peace with myself. I'm not at my lowest weight. I lost maybe 40 pounds. I've gained back maybe 10 of it, but it's okay. I feel happier with myself, and that's just as important.
Right. And you have to just be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
And if you had to pick one small change that was the most impactful, what would it be?
I think that definitely the transformation that occurred in my life is a result of all of my small changes, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be my daily smoothie. The reason being because before I started any of this, I didn't have any whole foods, vegetables, fruits of any kind in my diet. I didn't grow up on them. I didn't grow up enjoying them. And as an adult, it's pretty hard to start loving vegetables when you didn't really grow up loving them. So getting in that morning smoothie was really the first time I ever had vegetables in my day at all. And that made a huge difference. I could see it instantly.
Okay, so what do you put in your smoothie?
I put usually kale, like about a cup of kale, a little bit of frozen pineapple. And when I first started out, the ratio was much different. I had a lot more fruit, a lot less greens. So if you're just starting out, that's perfectly fine. So I do kale, pineapple, some chia seeds or some other booster, like maybe almonds or flaxseed, whatever I have on hand really. Cover it with water and blend it.
And you start your day with that every day?
Every day.
And then you have a healthy meal plan throughout the day?
Pretty much, yeah. That's definitely my jumping off point. I also like oatmeal. Like there's definitely some places where I could still keep adding in more vegetables, but that's a must every morning. It gets me started off right. I don't really like salads too much. I go for vegetable soups instead. Vegetable dips is another thing. If you don't really like, that flavor of vegetables just yet, that's a good way to sneak it in. Homemade vegetable dips like roasted red pepper or carrots.
So what are some of the 52 solutions?
There's
Give us examples.
everything in there from nutrition to physical fitness to stress management to calling your mom. That's one that people seem to enjoy a lot because it's something that you forget. Like you get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life that you forget to call your mom, your dad, your sister, your best friend, whoever the case is. And then weeks go by and suddenly you're missing out on, important events that are going on in each other's lives, and that's really important. Like the daily hustle, it gets so much better if you have somebody that you can call at the end of the day and share your time with and just really like enjoy life with. So those are things that are important, like call the people in your life who are important to you, make the time, do it while you're driving to work. So there's a lot about that in there too. Finding a creative outlet, spending time with yourself, it's all in there. There's
Doing things
all
you love
kinds
to
of,
do.
yeah, because it's just as important as the amount of vegetables on your plate.
Okay, so the name of your business is Happy Healthy Hearts. So how did you come
Yeah.
up with that name, and when did you start the business?
So I started my business in 2013 after I lost my dad to a sudden heart attack.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. It was completely mind-blowing to me because it was the week after St. Patrick's Day, so I had just seen him on St. Patrick's Day, and he seemed fine. Like we never suspected that he was sick in any way. So he went from being completely fine, and my life went from being what I thought was happy and normal, and then suddenly he was gone, and I needed answers. So I started doing all this research on heart disease and how it was connected to health and wellness. And what I realized is what I probably should have realized before, and that everything you eat either contributes to disease or contributes to your wellness. And I really started diving in on that. That's when I got my health coaching certification, and that's the secret meaning behind my business, Happy, Healthy Hearts. So it's really a tribute to my dad, and every day that I do this work and try to tell as many people as I can about the importance of healthy living, it's always with him.
Well, he's
heart.
definitely proud of you and knows
I hope
what you're
that's true.
doing. And then you wrote another book,
Yes.
The Secret Life of a Happy Working Girl. So when did you write that book? What was the inspiration behind that book?
The inspiration behind that book was sort of, I've been in a couple different jobs, and I started observing the behaviors of the people around me, and there was just so much complaining. And I noticed it because I would always tense up whenever I heard somebody just really complaining about nothing. And so I started noticing the conversations around the water cooler being something like, oh, how was your weekend? 9 times out of 10, it was too short. Every weekend?
Yes.
And another thing was that somebody would say like, hi, how are you? And be like, oh, it's Monday. I'm like, that's not an answer. That's not, how are you, you know? Or like, yay, it's Friday, like I can't complain. So I started observing these behaviors and trying to think like, how can I turn that around? Because that's upsetting to think about. And you know, these people are counting down towards the weekend or counting down towards their next vacation. And that's what inspired my second book. And that one came out April of this year.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to talk about a specific chapter in your
Yeah.
book, Redefining Mondays.
Yes.
We want to help people shed the Monday dread.
Yes.
So give us the, ugh, it's Monday. Give us the synopsis on that.
I'm
and
just saying,
how to get
Mondays
rid
have
of it.
feelings too. Mondays take up 1/7 of our week, and that would be 1/7 of our entire lives. So if we're spending 1/7 of our lives hating the day that we're living in, like we need a mindset shift for sure, and that's what I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes.
Yes, and it's true because I've had jobs that every Sunday I would start stressing at a certain time, you know, like about 5 p.m. Oh my God, work tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I don't want to go, and I'm dreading it, and I
Right.
had that overwhelming
And that's another
feeling.
thing that's terrible because now you're spending all of that time wishing it's Friday, and now half the weekend dreading the coming week.
Right.
So that's where we really need to shift our mindsets and start learning how to embrace the work week as well as the weekend. Like, yeah, there are things that are not too pleasant about work, but there's things we can do too. So I'm going to show you some tricks that I have up my sleeve.
Good. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Kimberly has a display table for us, and she's going to go over a bunch of things that we could do to make our Mondays a better day.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hogshair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this, you'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
And hi everyone, we're back with Kimberley Petrosino. She's going to teach us how to redefine Mondays, how to shred that dread on Mondays. And she has a little display table here. So take it away, Kimberley.
Okay, so when we are shedding our Monday dread, this starts on Sunday night, this process. I'm really big on planning ahead, so I like to take like maybe an hour on Sundays and maybe another hour on Wednesdays to sort of do some meal planning, maybe lay out some outfits. And so this journal is to just write out a couple of intentions for the week, even a to-do list, like anything that comes to mind that you want to write down. Like I'm the queen of lists, they're everywhere in my house. So I've got a ton of little notebooks. I'll take the notebook and just, plan out the next couple of days, not the whole week, because then, you're kind of defeating the purpose by taking too much time to plan out the whole rest of the week. So just maybe an hour on Sunday nights to do your meal prep, lay out some outfits, write down a couple of intentions, really clear your mind and get yourself in a good mindset for Monday and sort of shed that Sunday night anxiety feeling that you get. So then Monday morning comes and the commute, and I'm here on Long Island. I spent a lot of time stuck on the Long Island Expressway, so very important to have a good power playlist. I have my morning commute playlist, And, sometimes it'll be a podcast, sometimes it'll be the radio, but a good playlist gets me really, really pumped up for a productive day of working. This is, Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever the case is. I always have like my cute mug and my little relaxing tea, and that just helps me calm down and,
Before work or when you get to work?
When I get to work, usually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm strictly coffee first thing in the morning. This little setup over here is what I call my at-work oasis. So I really feel like in your home environment and your office environment that it should be inviting for you. And these sorts of things like the colors and just sort of having everything organized and sort of cute, it really, it sparks creativity for me, and it helps me stay productive. It's different for everybody, but I just know for me that if my work environment was like gray and dreary and sort of disorganized, I wouldn't feel inspired to get anything done. So this is my little at-work oasis. Really encourage everybody to take some time, look at their own workspace and see how they can make it more personalized and more inviting for them to do their work in.
And daydream by looking at their photos.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Yeah.
going on vacation,
yeah.
you can bring-
That's huge for me because I always feel like you want to feel like there's life outside of the office,
Right.
and having a few pictures. If your workplace doesn't allow it, keep them in your pocketbook, keep them in your desk drawer. That you can just peek at them once in a while. It's always better if you can decorate your desks, but I understand like some places don't allow that.
Okay, so always take a peek at a
Yeah,
personal photo.
keep them in your phone, whatever you have to do. But it's always good for me to remind myself like that I have something really nice to go home to or to see, on the weekend or whatever the case is.
Now, I have to say, my dad always said to me when I was at a job that I really didn't want to be at, he said, it's work, you got to be there, but you know what, make the best of it after work and on the weekends. So have those plans in your minds. Thursday night I'm going
Absolutely.
here, I'm excited. On the weekends I'm doing this. So I was happier at work by thinking that way.
Yeah, I agree. Having that work-life balance is really, really important. And that's why I also stress, like, if you have the type of job where you have to take your work home with you, have set office hours. Don't plan on spending the entire night working. Make sure you get that time for yourself, the time with your family, things like that. It's really important because it makes you feel better throughout the day if you don't feel like you're a prisoner to your desk.
Yes, definitely. And, okay, so we prepared for Sunday for the work week ahead. Now, how do you manage stress at work? Probably the toughest
ultimate
question you've ever
question,
got.
yes. So what I did for myself is I was really conscious for a couple of days, and I knew that by lunchtime I was just seeing red no matter what. There was absolutely no good reason for it, and finally I was like, this isn't good. Like, I'm not helping anybody around me, I'm not helping myself. And for the people at home waiting for me who would say, how was your day? And I'd be like, oh, I want to pull my hair out every day. I'm like, that's no fun for them. So what I did is I just sort of got my mind really clear, and I sort of scanned the whole entire day to just see what those trigger points were where I really felt aggravated. For some people, it's first thing in the morning when you open your inbox and there's like 40 emails there and you're feeling overwhelmed and you just got to work. For some people, it's like that 3 o'clock slump where, you've gotten through the whole day but you're still not quite done yet. For me, that time was around noon. I made it through the whole morning, and I still had the whole afternoon ahead, and that was really the point for me where I started feeling very stressed out. So what I did was I set a silent alarm on my phone that would go off at noon every day, and it would just say, just breathe. So that would be my reminder to check in with myself, stop whatever I was doing just for a minute, and close my eyes if I could, or take a little walk, just take a few deep breaths, whatever I had time for it, just to get myself back to myself and feeling normal again and calm. And that was it was a godsend for me. I know it sounds like a small thing, but sometimes checking in with yourself or checking in with a friend who's like guaranteed to make you laugh, something like that, something little it'll turn your whole day around. And doing it every day can really make a huge difference in the long run.
That's definitely a good tip. And how do you make Mondays just as enjoyable as Fridays?
So going out is not just for Fridays. It's not. Me and my friends, every Monday night, we get together, we watch a movie, or we watch TV, or we just have a glass of wine, talk about our days. And that really makes us look forward to Mondays just as much as Fridays. Not everyone wants to go out on Monday nights, I get that. So do something for you. Take a bubble bath, take a nice walk, read a book. just take, carve out an hour, 2 if you can manage it for yourself, and really, or maybe with your family, do some like game night or something like that, but plan something fun for Monday night that has you really looking forward to Monday night. Yeah.
That's definitely a good tip. You have to be thinking at work, I'm going to do this tonight and it's going to be fun and make your day go quicker.
Yeah, and I don't love encouraging like looking forward to everything because like I was saying before, that sort of, rushes you through the week, it rushes you through life, but as you said, sometimes you just have to get through, and having these little, being able to appreciate the things that are really good in your lives makes you sort of be more okay with the things that are not quite where you want them to be just yet.
Right. Okay, so you mentioned before, breathe or even get up and take a walk. So it's very important to get moving.
Yes.
To stay healthy at work. So what are some tips
Very
for
important. I actually read recently that sitting is the new smoking, and that really scared me. I never drew that comparison before, and that's a really scary thing to think about. So especially if you have an office job, you definitely want to look for ways to move at least 5 minutes every hour that you're sitting down. So you can do that. Most obvious thing is parking further away from the building, walking around as much as you can. Instead of calling a coworker, walk over to them, use the restroom on another floor and take the stairs. If you can only manage to take the stairs, maybe one floor and take the elevator the rest of the way, that's fine. As I said before, it's small changes. So maybe this week you can only do 1 floor, maybe next week you can do 2, but do something. Like look for little ways to get more movement into your day, and that will inspire you to notice other ways that you hadn't noticed before.
And of course, movement, exercise gives you adrenaline rush. It
Absolutely.
makes you happy.
I noticed for a short while, I was going to the gym before work, a very short while, I couldn't keep it up, but I noticed how much energy I had by the middle of the day. I'm like, this is amazing, but I couldn't keep up with it. Going to the gym in the morning was just not for me, and I couldn't force it, but
again, the small movements throughout the day
absolutely.
will give you a big energy
You will
boost.
notice
I
the
know that.
difference. Yeah.
I mean, I fortunately do have a job where I do a lot of walking outside, and it just rejuvenates me.
Yeah, I make sure I take a walk for 30 minutes every day. Like if you can manage it, maybe eat lunch beforehand and use your time to go for a walk. That's what I do. And
Even 10 minutes 3 times a day.
absolutely, it makes a huge difference. Clears your head. Yeah.
Okay, and let's get to creating boundaries between home and work.
Yeah,
Very
so
important.
it's very important.
People always bring work home with them.
Yeah.
My husband and I are both guilty of that one. So how do we stop that?
I definitely, if you can stop it altogether, that's awesome, but definitely, like I was saying, establish office hours and make sure you have time. Maybe just have a quick power hour from 8 to 9, have your dinner, enjoy your family time, and then just say, okay, no distractions, I'm going to go do my work, power through an hour, you'll get a ton done. And, it has to be a hard stop at 9 o'clock. You can't take any more phone calls from your boss, or, you can't do any more work, like just one more email. Like
That
9 o'clock, you're
was-
done. Like whatever your office hours are, just like you have hours during the day, if you have to take work home with you, that's it, 9 o'clock, you're done.
And do you agree that walking in the door you should just turn off work?
Definitely think you should turn off work at the door if you can, yeah. I don't really like to talk about work at home at all. I don't really like to combine those two worlds,
I
but
agree.
sometimes you have to,
Right.
I guess. So just keep it, 5 minutes each, and then no more. Unless
That
it's good news,
conversation
then-
comes up all the time with us.
Yeah.
No more work. Let's not talk about work.
Yeah.
We promised we wouldn't talk about work.
Exactly, yeah. Do something together, go for a walk, like each of you get a turn and move on.
Okay, so now we're just going to talk about maintaining healthy eating habits, how important that is.
It's tough in the workplace because there's a lot of temptation. There's vending machines, there's pizza parties. I say avoid the vending machine at all costs, no matter what. There's nothing in there for you, nothing good. Keep snacks at work if you can. Keep snacks in your pocketbook, in your car, granola bars, clean ones, trail mix. My favorite is carrots and hummus, maybe a piece of fruit. Just keep snacks on hand that you can snack on throughout the day so you can avoid that temptation. If you have to go to a pizza party, I usually just avoid them, and people ask me, why won't you eat the pizza? And, I just, those are questions I have to deal with, but if you, really want a slice of pizza, go ahead and have it and don't feel guilty about it, but maybe have a salad first, get your nutrients, have a vegetable side dish if you're still craving that slice of pizza or that piece of cake, have it and don't feel guilty about it. Don't ever feel guilty about it. But, drink plenty of water, have that vegetable side dish first, and then indulge a little bit.
Just like saying if you're going to a party for the holidays, tips
Yeah.
are always eat at home first.
Yeah.
And then you can pick on things. You could pick a little bit of everything if you want.
Exactly.
But
That's something
eat
I get
a
teased
healthy
about at
meal.
home a lot. Like, you're going out. Why are you eating now?
Yeah,
Like, trust me.
definitely eat healthy at home first,
Yeah.
then go to the party. You
Then
won't
go.
be full, and you could taste a little bit of
Exactly.
everything.
And you'll enjoy it so much more if it's an indulgence and not a daily, the norm, basically.
And the healthy snacks during the day at work, I try to tell people this all the time,
Mm-hmm.
that it speeds up your metabolism. So eat small meals all day.
That's what I do.
Yes.
People will walk by me and be like, "You're always eating." Like,
And
I
you
know,
lost 40
but-
pounds.
Yeah, I
So
did.
people need
It's-
to understand that these small little healthy snacks throughout the day speed up your metabolism.
Yeah, and it saves your body from using too much energy to digest. That's why after a big lunch, you're tired. People are like, "Oh my God, I just had a huge meal and now I'm exhausted. I need a nap." That's why your body's using too much energy now to digest a big meal. If you break it down into small meals throughout the day, then you're digesting. Normally your body's not using up too much energy.
And lots of water, lots of water.
Lots of water. Oh my goodness, I have a huge water bottle. I meant to bring it, but it's comical.
Always
People
have
walk by and be
water.
like, "Are you going to drink all that?" I'm going to drink all that and more.
Yes, that's so healthy for
Yeah.
you. Do you want to, anything else you want to mention in the book? Another part of the book?
Let's see. Let's take a little look through the book. One thing I definitely want to mention is that this sort of small change process that carries over into this book, the subtitle is A Small Change Approach to Wellness at Work, because the same rules apply. Like, don't try to overhaul your entire lifestyle all in one shot. But I just want to mention that it really applies to anything that you're going through in your life, from work to your social life, to your education, to your finances. Whatever your goals are, you can break them down into smaller, more manageable goals using the steps in here, the steps in my other book, and that's important to note. Like, anything is attainable if you break it down small enough. If the step is too big, break it down smaller.
Absolutely. So use all of Kimberly's tips. It'll help you get through Mondays and every other day of your life by using small changes. And one lucky winner is actually going to win Kimberly's book today. I'm going to pick the winner when we come back from commercial. So we'll go to commercial and we'll be right back.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Hi, everybody. We're back with Kimberley Petrosino, and a lucky winner is going to win her book. I'm going to pick a winner right now. What I love about this book, it's not only does she give you all these tips of being happy in the workplace, but she actually has worksheets that you fill out in the book. So you actually write down your goals and your small step solutions. So I really like that about the book. The book has great tips. I have the copy, an e-copy at home, and keep it on your desk at work if you can. So let's pick the lucky winner, Kim.
Okay.
Everyone who posted on Facebook contests, name is in here.
Janet Benson.
Janet Benson, you won the book. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
I will get it to Janet because I know her personally. So congratulations to her. Now, Kimberly, look in the camera and tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me on my website, happyhealthyhearts.net. And if you scroll down on the right side, you'll find all over social media. But you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Kimberley@happyhealthyhearts. And the links to everything else are on my website. Again, that's happyhealthyhearts.net.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
But now, Kimberly's playing a second role today.
Yes.
We had, unfortunately, Andrea Begent was supposed to be here live, but she's watching at home. Hi, Andrea,
Hi,
the Love
Andrea.
Chef. Because she's about to have a baby, and the doctor told her to stay home and rest. So we want to congratulate her on her upcoming baby, and we hope everything's going well at home, resting with your feet up, Andrea. But Andrea still wanted us to go ahead with the show. We have all her questions, her answers, and some fun videos that she made for us. So let's get started. Kimberly's going to be Andrea today and ask the questions.
Okay, so what exactly is the idea behind Be Gentle Wellness, and how is this approach different from every other diet?
Okay, well, the name of Andrea's company is Be Gentle Wellness, founded in 2013. She's a love chef. She's a holistic life coach, feeding the body, mind, and soul with love and healthy cuisine. So she actually answers this. It's actually not a diet. It's a lifestyle approach. Be Gentle Wellness is exactly what it says. We want to be gentle with ourselves to cultivate overall wellness in our lives. So often when discussing health, people tend to focus on what they can't have or a specific diet they need to do. It becomes a burden or very restrictive and unenjoyable. It's an enjoyable experience. Andrea's approach is one that she found herself being a great success, which has been learning about the reasons why certain foods do or do not serve yourself well. So it's no longer about being allowed to have something, but not wanting to have it, if shifting your perspective on what you can have rather than what you can't have, of course, living from a place of balance. When we're talking about being gentle wellness, what I mean is we want to be gentle with ourselves, show yourself love and understanding, and recognize and celebrate your successes, big and small. It pertains to every area of your life. By being gentle with yourself, you create the opportunity to love and accept yourself more fully and make the necessary self-loving shifts for optimal wellness. Her book, Be Gentle, Self-Loving Shifts for Wellness, is the perfect starting point for someone who may not know where to begin with this approach to their overall wellness. It breaks it down into simple actions that could have significant positive effects in your life. So what is question number 2?
Question number 2. As a trained health supportive chef, I'm sure you enjoy preparing feel-good food. Can you tell us why you share healthy recipes with the public, but include positive affirmations during the food preparation process as well?
So Andrea made a video for us, and it's called Feeding the Body and Soul. So we're going to play Andrea's video to answer that question for us.
Hi, my name is Andrea Begent, and I am the Love Chef at Be Gentle Wellness, a company dedicated to infusing life with love and healthy cuisine. As an integrative nutrition health coach, health supportive chef, and spiritual teacher, I encourage others to learn how to feed their body and soul so that they always feel full and satisfied with their life. My mission is to create love chefs in and outside of the kitchen. I do this through implementing and encouraging self-care. Self-care is a critical part of overall health, and it's important that we use self-love to really feel our best. I use some of the books that I've written to make this happen. One of my favorites that I collaborated with other fellow health coach authors is Be Gentle, Self-Loving Shifts for Wellness. It's filled with tons of tidbits of healthy self-love tips for you to really start feeling and flourishing in your life. Now, since I'm a chef and I love cooking and I love food, I really encourage people to get into the kitchen and start experimenting, having fun, and enjoying the process of food. So with my book, Satisfying Salads, Healthy Helpings for the Soul, I provide some recipes and some guidance, and really my goal is to inspire you to get in the kitchen and to really enjoy food and all that comes with it. And that includes the company that you sit with and the process of making it and the process of sitting and enjoying it. Then my other book is Positivity is Powerful, 365 Affirmations. This book is filled with positive affirmations, which are positive statements. So simple, easy to flip open to at any time and read to shift your mind into a more positive perspective at any time. I am so excited to be a part of this journey with all of you, and I'm so excited for everything that's to come. I am here and I am very ready to teach and share and learn from all of you, and I send all of my love, all of my best, and I look forward to everything that's ahead of us. So much love.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Hanging Out with Heather. We're here again. We are going over Andrea F. Begent's questions and answers, who couldn't be here today, but we have Kimberley here who is hosting for her. So let's get to the next question for Andrea.
Can you share what you mean by self-love and how this correlates to being more positive and healthy?
Yes, of course. Self-love is taking care of yourself. If we want to take care of others without burning out, we must take care of ourselves first. I know, for an example, I used to be a flight attendant, and what do they always say on an airplane? In order to put the safety mask on, you have to put it on yourself first before you save someone else. It's the same concept. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. Now, self-love is completely different from being selfish. Sometimes people associate putting themselves first as being selfish, but really, how can we truly be there for others if we don't even know how to be there for ourselves? And this correlates to being more positive and healthier. Because when we are taking care of ourselves, we have more energy, more time. Time expands. The time you have is used more efficiently, and more acceptance and self-worth. With all of those things comes a healthier you. So please, give yourself time. Okay, what is the next question, Kim?
As the Love Chef, you talk about feeding the body and soul. Can you give an example of how people can begin feeding their soul, and is that the same thing as self-love?
Okay, so we are going to play the next video, Feeding Your Soul Through Meditation. We are making a quick and simple applesauce recipe. But what I really want you to learn is how to infuse love into this recipe and all recipes when you're in the kitchen. I'm the Love Chef, and feeding the body and soul is very important to me, and I'm going to show you how to do just that. So the universe is made up of energy, and as we know, energy transfers. So the energy we have when we go shopping for food, when we are preparing it and cooking all the different components of a dish, will then transfer into the food we prepare and then transfer to the people who are eating it. So it's very important that we're putting good loving energy into our food so that we can feel our best. So we're going to start with some simple ingredients. All you need are apples and water. I
I have Cortland apples here. Now I source my ingredients from practices that I support. So these are local and organic apples, and I try to do this whenever possible because it is better for my body without the toxins and any extra chemicals that are unnecessary, as well as it makes me feel good knowing that I'm supporting something that is important to me and that affects my energy. So when I start creating a meal, I set the intention of making something delicious. Now this may be for a 5-star 3-course meal, or it may be for heating up a veggie burger. It really doesn't matter. It's just about setting the intention that what you're doing is going to be nourishment for yourself, and it's going to make you feel good, and you're going to enjoy eating it. So there you go, that will be delicious. So what I'm doing here is I'm quartering these apples, and then I am removing the core. Okay, so I have an apple that I've removed the seeds from, and now you can dice them. I'm leaving the skin on. You can leave the skin on, or you can remove the skin. It's really up to you. If you're going to end up pureeing the apple, then the skin makes it a beautiful red once it's pureed. And I particularly like chunky applesauce, and I will keep the skin on still. If you do want to do that, a chunky applesauce with the skin on, it may be beneficial to do a smaller dice versus a larger so that the skin pieces are smaller. But really, it's whatever tickles your fancy. So while I'm creating this dish, I want to keep my thoughts in a positive, loving place. So what you can do to do this, and this is something that I include in my cookbook, Satisfying Salads, Healthy Helpings for the Soul, is I say an affirmation. Now this can be done in your head, or this can be done out loud, and you can say it once, or you can say it multiple times. So an affirmation is simply a positive statement. So it can be, I infuse my life with love and healthy cuisine, or the food I create is delicious. I am nourishing my body and soul. These are all positive statements, and you can choose one or multiple throughout your cooking to either concentrate on or continue to think. So I've added my apples. You want about 6 cups to a pot, and I've put 2/3 of water on the bottom of the pot. If you have a larger pot, you're going to need a little bit more water. Basically, you want the bottom of the pot to be covered with water, so you don't need that much. And this liquid will help the apples not scorch from the fire or heat that's going to be applied underneath it. So that goes on the stove, and we're going to cook that for about 8 minutes on medium heat, and it's going to be covered. And then once that's cooked, it's going to become this beautiful, it's almost pureed itself, and it has this like beautiful pink and yellows because I left the skin on it. And the pectin is what will thicken the water and almost turn it into a syrup. And you'll have this beautiful, beautiful applesauce. Now you get to season it with whatever seasonings you choose. I'm going to do a little bit of cinnamon. Do this all to your taste. It really depends on what you like. You can do a little bit of vanilla extract. I like a pinch of sea salt, or you could do a squeeze of lemon. Sea salt and lemon bring out flavors. And then a little bit of drizzle of maple syrup if you'd like. And that you should do to taste depending on how sweet your apples are. You may not need it at all. You could add a little bit of organic coconut oil or a little bit of grass-fed butter. Really, the sky's the limit. Now, at this point, I make sure that I take a moment to recognize how thankful I am that I've had the time and the opportunity and the resources to create this meal, no matter how simple or complicated it may be. Then when I sit down to eat the meal, that is when I have gratitude for all the nourishment it provides in the sense of the nutrients within the food and the nourishment of the love that I have infused into it. If you want, blow a kiss into your food. You can add as much love as you'd like. And I am so happy to share this with you, and I hope you apply it in your life and in your kitchen so that you can be a love chef in your kitchen and out. To access this recipe, please text Love Chef to 44222. Happy cooking!
Hi, we're back hanging out with Heather, and I'm still here with Kim Petrosino, but we are actually talking about Andrea and going over all of her information because she couldn't be here today. She's having a baby shortly, in a few weeks, so she has to stay home and rest. So we're going over her questions and videos for her. Kimberley, let's ask the next question.
So between all of your knowledge in both food and well-being, what would you say is the biggest takeaway or nugget you can offer that will bring immediate positive results to one's life?
Andrea's answer to that is gratitude. Perfect answer. Gratitude for exactly who you are right now. Gratitude for all of your life experiences up until this point. The good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly. Gratitude for what the future holds. We have the choice right now to choose again, to view our life situations, circumstances, health, relationships, and career with a new perspective. Focusing on the attitude of gratitude is really what makes positivity so powerful. Gratitude is what helps us recognize how blessed we are to be alive and have the body we have to experience life through. When we realize how blessed we are, we're able to value ourselves on a deeper level and begin to make positive changes in our lives so we could experience optimal wellness, mind, body, and spirit. And I couldn't say it any better myself, Andrea, because I tell people every day to be grateful for what they have and stop complaining about what they don't have. And it's so important because life is too short. It passes us by so quickly, and we need to be grateful for what we have right now. We're sitting on this show today. Kimberley never thought she'd be here. I never thought I'd be here, and I'm grateful for being here right now, right here today.
Absolutely.
So everybody be grateful for what you have and stop complaining about what you don't have. We'd like to say, Andrea, where to find you. Your company, again, is Be Gentle Wellness, and you could find you on your website. I know it's under construction right now, but it's up there. You can check it out. You could find, it's Andrea, F as in Frank, Begent, and you are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You could find Andrea anywhere, but Be Gentle Wellness. Google it, and you'll find Andrea. And I wanted to just get to the lucky winner. We have a photo of Andrea with her 3 books that our lucky winner is going to win today, right now. Kim's going to help me pick a winner. These are all the people who went on my Facebook page and put in their name to win Andrea's book. So here we go, Kim.
Okay. Teresa Johnson.
Teresa Johnson, you won Andrea's book set. So she'll be thrilled to get it to you. And again, sorry she can't be here live to congratulate you, but she will on Facebook. And you'll be getting your book set of 3. So we have a few more minutes left on the show, Kimberley. Let's talk about the holidays coming up.
Okay.
Because we all know that just a couple of extra little tips. We have holiday parties coming up. People are going to be panicking that are dieting. And
My number one tip is, I mean, right now we're not even in December yet. Now is the time to plan ahead. Figure out all of your shopping that you have to do, figure out the parties you have to go to, what dishes you're going to make, and just really don't focus so much on, calorie counting and dieting and all of that stuff. Just focus on enjoying and embracing every single moment of the season, because this is where the precious memories are made. This is the most beautiful time of the year. It truly is. And dieting and calorie counting should absolutely be the last thing on your minds. Don't overindulge. Drink your water, get movement, eat your greens, get rest, smile a lot, and just have a really, really happy, healthy holiday season. No stress.
Exactly. And I want to tell everybody again, you could find all my shows on facebook.com/hangingoutwithheather. You could go to my YouTube channel and see all my shows, Hanging Out with Heather. Again, Kimberly, tell everyone where they could find you.
HappyHealthyHearts.net.
And go on Kimberly's website. She does so much more than just about these 2 books. You are a wellness coach.
Yeah, I have.
Tell us everything you do.
I have group programs. I have one-on-one coaching. I do workshops around Long Island. I do a weekly broadcast online with Andrea, who again couldn't be here. And all of that can be found on my website, happyhealthyhearts.net. And I'm all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can't get rid of me once you find me.
Just tell us quickly about your weekly podcast with Andrea.
Yeah, so we are on hiatus right now. We'll be coming back in January for season 2. It's a weekly wellness broadcast that we do with 4 or 5 other health coaches about a whole variety of topics, really anything health related. And you can find our weekly schedule at thenSHM.com.
Okay, great. All right, everybody, we want to wish you a happy and healthy holiday. Be grateful for what you have in life and enjoy. I will see everybody back here in December. And I want to thank Kimberly for coming as a guest, and Andrea at home. Thank you for being a guest as well.
And thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure having you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon.